Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some little bit NBA news. There's not really much here, but a few things from NBA Central. Then we'll talk about the Josh Giddey thing officially, so let's get into this. So NBA.com updated their MVP ladder today, and here's your official top 10 updated. Number 1, Nikola Jokic is number 1 on this list. Number 2, Luka Doncic. Number 3, Joel Embiid. Number 4, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Number 5, Jason Tatum. Number 6, Anthony Edwards. Number 7, Tyrese Halliburton. Number 8, Kevin Durant. You also have Antetokounmpo at 9. And LeBron James ran to your top 10 on the updated MVP ladder. Anthony Edwards definitely deserves to be on this top 10 list. And he's probably one of the best players on the 1 seed in the West. I mean, Cat's been really good as well. Shooting-wise, he's been clutch, but Edwards has been that guy on both ends. I mean, Cat is the second best defensive rating. He's probably been the best defensive player, and either him or Ant's been the best offensive player on that team. I feel like people are casual saying, oh, Anthony Edwards deserves to be in the top 10. I don't see how people would say he shouldn't be on this list. But in MVP talks at age 40, KD being that low is kind of, he seems a bit low on this list here. KD at 8, I think should be a little bit higher up here on this list. Giannis at 9. You can move LeBron a little bit higher. Tyrese, though, he deserves to be up here with how he's performing this season. He's been on another level. So, being on the Vizion podcast, Kai Jones feels like he's, misunderstood. I mean, if he did a podcast like during the off-season, things could be a lot different. But, I don't really care. He's dancing on IG Live or whatever, because it's not worse than Josh Giddey, which we'll get into. We do not understand it, but we do understand that it was incredibly hilarious of him to announce on social media that he wanted to trade. With the NBA, I mean, it's okay for, according to them, Miles Bridges to be his wife and still be in the NBA, or his girlfriend, or whoever it was. But they're investigating Josh Giddey, which we'll get into in a few moments. But, I don't know, I don't really care about the Kai Jones stuff. He danced on Instagram Live. Oh, wow, what a big deal. I don't know why people care about people's personal stuff, unless it's like bad stuff, which we'll get into Josh Giddey in a little bit. The Miami Heat are showing no interest in Zach LaVine per the FLA Sports Buzz. What's new? Pat Riley not showing interest in a star player. But Zach LaVine with that contract kind of makes sense. I mean, if you're going after somebody, you should go after Caruso. They're 10-5, and they could use him defensively and make some clutch shots. So I think it makes sense. And Zach LaVine's getting paid $40 million. I don't think anybody's going to want to take that contract. If you're the Heat, it'd make more sense to go, say after Alex Caruso to help defense, and make clutch shots. He's been done that for the Bulls, but he's not really an impact player. He's not much playoff experience, and you're a contender to win now, which he doesn't exactly help you do when you have a better version of Hero who makes the system, who knows the system, is much younger, making less money. I mean, LaVine's a better pure scorer, and when he is hot, he can drop a 50-piece, and Hero hasn't yet, so I get it. But Hero's younger, has grown as a playmaker as well as a defender, so I just see more upside with Hero. Even if LaVine's a better pure hooper, I'm sure the Heat front office sees it that way too, so I get it. But I don't think it's just about that. I think it's mostly about the contract, him getting paid $40 million. Leaders in defensive rating. Rudy Gobert is your leader, and Karl Anthony Towns, top 2 in the league, are in the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, the Wolves have like 5 guys on here and the number 1 defense in the league. So, I mean, their defense has been great this year. Especially Karl Anthony Towns, he's been great. Chet Holmgren at 3, Anthony Davis at 4, Jason Tate at 5, SGA at 6, Jalen 7 Kyle Anderson, 8 Mitchell Robinson, 9 Kristaps Porzingis rounds out your top 10, and another Minnesota Timberwolves, Naz Reid at 11. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 Minnesota Timberwolves in the top 11. That's crazy. Jason Tatum at 12, Russell Westbrook at 13, Anthony Edwards at 14, Nikola Jokic at 15, Matt Ball at 16, Alfred Sengun at 17, Paul George at 18, Roy Smith Jr. at 19, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker 20. That's your top 20 in defensive ratings. 6 Minnesota Timberwolves here, man. That's just insane how good defensively they've been this year. Like, 6 guys on here, and Jay McDaniels, I mean, he probably fouled a shit ton, but he definitely probably be in that top 20. That's how good their defense has been this year. So, Tom Thibodeau said, before the Knicks and Heat game, via Ira Heatbeat, Jimmy Butler is a top 5 player in the league. Quote, Tom Thibodeau. I mean, Jimmy played for Tibbs and does everything Tibbs preached. But, come on, a top 5 player? Top 5 of what? Madden or 2K? I don't think he's a top 5 player. I mean, once the playoffs roll around, I think he's up there, but, yeah. Jimmy Butler missed the game-winning 3 tonight after the Heat choked that game to the Knicks, and he said, after he missed that game-winner, quote, I guarantee I'll make the next one. I mean, yeah, you can clown him, but he keeps going for the kill every time, no matter how much he fails. But he kind of choked that fourth quarter right there with only 2 points. But he's just not that big of a 3-point threat, so, I mean, we'll see if he can make the next one, so the last thing we'll talk about here, I believe from Shams. I'll look at Woj right quick, see if I miss anything from him. If not, so the Sacramento Kings are waiving Felipe Petrusev, who's expected to sign a deal overseas. The Kings plan to open 15th roster spot for the foreseeable future. He's 23, appeared in 2 games for the Kings, so yeah, there's that. Man, it's all from Woj, but let's get to the last thing here I want to talk about from Shams. So, I didn't do a separate video on it because I want to talk about the NBA news, so there was a thing on Twitter that emerged that Josh Giddey was having an inappropriate relationship, actually with a minor. I believe it was a 15-year-old, or I think it's a 15-year-old junior. Maybe she started school early when she was a kid or something. I don't know. But apparently there was maybe I think he slept with her, because there was like a thing that said just fuck Josh Giddey. It might have been her. It could be a different girl. I don't know. Maybe he thought she was 18. Or she didn't tell him his age, or she didn't tell him she didn't tell him her age. She went into a nightclub with a fake ID. That could get her into some trouble, possibly. But I'm not defending Josh Giddey here. I mean, you gotta be careful if you're an athlete. Like, what is up with these athletes? I mean, trying to get inappropriate relationships with minors. I mean, Wander Franco with a 14-year-old MLB player. Now Josh Giddey with a 15-year-old in high school. I think. He probably thought she was 18, but it still doesn't excuse Josh Giddey. But apparently the NBA, here per Shams Charania, is looking into allegations of Oklahoma City's Josh Giddey having an inappropriate relationship with a minor that have emerged to be social media. League spokesman Mike Bass said today. That's all came out, that they're investigating. He spoke with the media and said no further comment this time, which of course he did. He's cooked, man. Josh Giddey's cooked. And most people were trying to defend, like, oh, he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, he slept with a minor. I mean, if you're an NBA player, you can't have an inappropriate relationship with a minor. Get someone your own age. Or I'm pretty sure you can get a person a few years older than you. Because come on, he's handsome enough to where you can get somebody his own age, or at least a person a few years older, maybe a model. But he's cooked, man. It's Joe over. I don't see how they don't suspend him or something. He's cooked. I mean, I'm really curious to see how the NBA handles this. I mean, she was 15, and apparently they, fucked. She said, or I guess there's a picture said I just fucked Josh Giddey, and he was like half naked. He was going like that. He was like half naked. She was probably in like a bikini or something. Apparently in the picture. They're either gonna suspend him for the season or let him off the hook. But she's 15. Social media and other places. But we'll see what the NBA really does about this. Will they do anything? I don't know. Probably not. But I don't know what's gonna happen. His career could be over. And he has nothing to blame. He can't blame anyone but himself. He can't blame anyone but himself. It's just, he can't do that, man. He's finished. He might be out of the league. How are you going to have no bag? I mean, yeah, he's 21, but the age of 16, people are saying, oh, the age of consent is 16. That doesn't make it any better. Josh Giddey right now is just going to be praying to the NBA that he doesn't get suspended. Like, it's over. It's over. There might be a suspension, but I don't know if there'll be any legal implications knowing the NBA. But they wouldn't be up to the NBA. That'd be up to law enforcement. And the girl wasn't forced. It looked like it was mutual. But I just don't think it's right. He needs to be kicked out of the league. Or maybe investigated.
Disgusting.
But just disgusting. But he's done. But we'll see. That's what I have to say. Maybe he'll get suspension. I was just curious to see how the NBA will handle this. Till next time, I got. Peace.